I mean, when did you start Ballyhoo?
1995.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys were all little.
I was 5 years old.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Sit back, relax, 'cause it's time for another podcast.
That was great. Who did that?
Stranger,
Is that
Johnny
Stranger?
Shields. Yeah.
Awesome.
Sounds like his voice.
Yeah, right? We hit him up and we were like, bro, you want to make a podcast intro for us? And they crushed it, right?
That was great.
Yeah. Welcome,
yeah.
guys.
Thanks for
Glad to
having
have
us.
you
Oh,
here.
man, thanks for having us.
Yeah. It's been a while since you've been back to the Shack.
Yeah. 2014, Eddie. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
2014.
It's crazy. We were on tour and we didn't have any clue we were rolling into, and we were all hungover and shades and just like wearing shitty clothes and just like, all right, let's do this, let's go. And everybody was really nice, you know.
Yeah.
And when we saw it, we were like, oh, this looks awesome. We should have dressed up a little bit.
That's awesome.
But it's been awesome to see you guys grow over the last decade or so. Like, it's insane. Like, you know, doing the Reggae Rise Up stuff. And, you know, we had Eddie come out and shoot our recaps for the Girls album that we did in 2015 out in Texas. And just seeing the quality just go up and up and up. It's been amazing. So congrats to you guys for everything, man. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Just, I mean, this is the first time I get to hang out with you guys here, but I mean, 2014 was the last time that you were here.
You were like
at the
11.
Shack. Yeah, no. I was not 11. How old are you, Howie?
Fucking old, bro.
Nah, bro. I mean, I don't know. I'm 31. I'm not
Right on.
young anymore.
Good age. That's how old I am, dude.
Yeah, see, it's all
Hell
right.
Yeah. We're in our prime right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, what's changed since the last time you've been here?
Lots of things. I think we had a couple
Your
different
hair,
members.
a few times,
My hair's
probably.
changed a lot. Yeah. Well, let's see. He wasn't in the band yet, so we must have shot that right before. the
Yeah,
marriage
we were
came
just
out.
talking about it. I think I tried out for the band like either like 2 days before or after you guys did this.
Yeah. We came down to Florida. He was living in
Orlando, yeah.
And
Wow.
so we auditioned him, and
At the Sound Lounge Studios.
yeah,
bro.
he did 3 songs like Walk Away.
Cali Girl and not She Wants to Destroy Me, the other one, Battle Cry.
Okay. Yeah, and it was like, this is good. This kid's good, you know.
Yeah.
JR
The
was
kid's
like,
good.
Yeah. The
JR
kid's
was
got
like,
it.
The kid's good.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I got the kid.
Our old bass player JR actually was like, oh, what about that kid Nick? You know, so
Yeah.
He has some spunk.
yeah, he got spunk.
We
that
also
Kopp.
have a metalhead named Nick in our crew. So yeah, I think
Must-
y'all have linked up, but
It runs in the
Nick's
name.
Unite. Yeah, there's something about a
in
metalhead
the name.
Nick that you just every
gotta have
crew
one
has
in
to
every
have
crew.
one. Yeah,
He came along. So when the pandemic dropped, and we were just like, what do we do now? You know, so we started doing like live streams and making quarantine videos and stuff, just trying to stay, you know, in people's eyes and ears.
Yeah.
And you know, also we knew that we were providing value for our listeners, and 'cause everybody needed something. You know,
Totally.
we needed
For
to
sure.
do that, and people needed to see that.
Yeah.
You know, so we were trying to make as much content as we could, put an album out. You know, all these videos.
Yep.
And then it was like, I'd been wanting a second guitar player in the band for probably at least 10 years. Somebody that can shred and, you know, I'm not a shredder. I play like melodic guitar solos. We need something like, you know.
He holds it down.
Thanks. And pandemic dropped, and we were just like, probably now's the time to start
Yeah.
looking, and you
Yeah.
know, because we don't know when we're ever gonna play again. So when we start playing again, we want to have this whole thing locked up and good. So we started the search, and I put up this long, like super annoying list of like, I swear it was like 50 things that we were looking for in a guitar player, and just things like no chain wallets, no
I
tap
got
out.
rid of it before I showed up. Like
Yeah.
right before I was like,
He had no tap out shirts.
Yeah, no drug addicts, no fucking alcoholics, and you're like, you know, nice person, can drive
you guys
a
are
trailer.
learning a lot about me.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
He's checking all the boxes.
You're learning a lot about me.
And yeah, we got a few. I mean, we had a lot of messages, but I got like a good handful of videos from guitar players, and it was awesome that, you know, that anybody wanted to try out to begin with. But sifted through a lot of it, and I found him, and I remembered him because he played in a band called No Need. He being from St. Pete. And they had opened up for us back in 2016 on our winter mixtape tour. It was us and Resonated, these guys.
Ah, the winter mixtape tour.
Yeah, and It's great.
Days of yore.
Dude, great tour. And so I remembered him from that, and he did this couple dope solos over some of our songs. And,
He was persistent.
Yeah, he asked me a couple times. Like,
I was like, this kid again?
Hey,
I'm very
that's a
persistent.
way, right? The
Yeah.
consistency and
He's got
just
chops,
you're
though.
here now. Look, you're sitting down
I'm
and
the
you're
one
here.
that asks questions every single fucking day on the chat. Like, hey guys, are we doing this for this?
Yeah.
When are we doing this?
Yeah.
What time is this?
I know, it's great.
Don't get too comfortable.
I remember I was working with the Bumpin' Uglies guys on their record that year in the summer, and I was talking to Ted. I was like, "What do you think about this guy?" And he's like, "Dude, that's Sebastian. I know that guy. He's fucking awesome, you know."
Awesome.
So his Ted vouching for him, because Ted is a great dude.
Yeah.
Ted Bound.
Thank you, Ted.
Pacifier.
We homies.
He so I trusted what he said, you know, and I remember he was a nice guy too. And it just, we're like, all right, fuck it, let's try it. And we brought him out, and he ended up doing our
The
Halloween stream.
Yep.
That year.
I was still in a mask. I was
Yeah.
still anonymous. Behind a thick coat of very poorly put on Facebook.
Yeah, you look like a raccoon.
Dude,
I look like a raccoon.
Scott, our keyboard player, said never fucking again. He's never wearing a mask. He for some reason he wore this mask, and the eyes were like slits like that.
And he
And he
cut
couldn't
out a
see.
mouth to barely able to sing through it.
Couldn't do it. He was like, I can't see anything. But no,
It's good though. We looked.
Yeah, it looked great.
We looked like scary ghosts.
So wait, y'all dressed up like you went
It's
full out. You
Halloween,
dressed
bro.
up for Halloween.
Yeah.
We've
A
been
show.
doing.
Yeah, we do it every year.
Yeah, we've been doing our Halloween show since 2007.
Wow.
In the Baltimore area, and we started selling out these shows after a couple years, and then in 2013 that venue shut down. We moved it over to another venue, and it's all good, you know. But then we knew that I was gonna say. Oh yeah, because the pandemic was happening, we couldn't just not do it.
Yeah.
So it was at that point we were pretty seasoned with doing live streams and stuff. Well, we got to do a Halloween stream.
Yeah. Got it.
And we kept that up. And then last year, the venue we used to do it at opened back up again, and we took it back and we sold it out again. It was crazy. It was awesome. So yeah, the Halloween show is one of the staple shows that we've been doing for a long time now.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys are on tour right now. How you feeling? I mean, feeling tired? Feeling hungover? A
little bit.
All of the above?
All those.
Yeah, yesterday was a long day, dude.
What'd you do yesterday?
We had played at Tortuga Music Festival in Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and it was just roll up at 9 a.m. You're in the sun all fucking day.
Yeah.
We actually played early, 2 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah.
I was already
And-
drunk by 2:30.
Yeah, we started drinking at
Damn.
1-ish.
Just a long day when you're day drinking and you're all
Yeah.
you're back
And in
and
the
forth
sun.
in the sun all day.
Our
and shit
drummer's
like
drinking
that.
Tito's all day long.
Yeah, dude, he was crushing.
He looking like a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all rolled in. You were looking a little rough.
Oh, yeah.
Took you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It was.
This takes work.
His
Yeah.
takes work. Yeah.
What happens when you're in Florida for a couple of days, man? It gets to you.
Yeah.
Joe rolled in and what's this bandwagon thing all about? What's this vehicle that you showed up in?
It's a glorified RV.
It's like a giant black. What kind of license do you
It's
have
like
to
a
have
big
to
box
drive?
truck, a regular
Yeah.
license.
Yeah.
No way.
You don't need a
Yeah.
CDL. We've all driven it.
We've all driven it.
Wow.
Yeah, they used to call me Big Rig Nick.
Yep. Shout out to Wide Rob.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wide Rob.
Our sound guy.
Wide
I'll take that shit way wide. dude.
Holland Howard.
It was Holland, Howlin', Howie.
We all had trucker names.
We all had truck.
We gave ourselves trucker names.
That's
It's
awesome.
cool. It's a lifestyle, you know?
That's cool, man. I mean, your music's great right now. I mean, for me personally, I'm kind of new to the reggae scene. You know, my music background and genre is a little different. But when I started hanging out with the Shack guys, there were a handful of bands, and I've said this. Anybody that I've sat down and had a podcast with, I've said this to them. But Mixtape was one of those first songs that popped up on the Spotify radio. That
Hell
I was
yeah.
working one day, and I was like, I get down with this because I come from a pop punk background, and so I was like, okay, cool. But you guys are the gateway drug to the reggae, genre for me. So thank you for that. And it was fun to hear some of those tunes, that you guys laid down for a session. So Social Drinker, Mixtape, and I think I even told you guys this at Rise Up's pod back in October. But yeah, man, it's special being able to connect with you guys now in
Oh,
this
hell yeah,
context.
dude.
Thinking never even thinking that when I was listening to that song that I'd be here now. So it's really, really cool, man. So
Hell yeah,
I'm
dude.
excited to sit down with you guys tonight.
Yeah, it's great to chat it up, and awesome that you're here with us doing it, man.
Yeah.
It means a lot when you say the thing about the mixtape. Like, I remember, like, you're always like proud of like the songs that you write. It's like, Dad, I did that. That's awesome. You know.
Yeah.
It's your work. It's your baby. But when I wrote mixtape, I remember I was in. We were in Oregon. We were in Portland, and I remember like just finishing the song in the green room. I was like, this song is really fucking cool. Like, it's one of the, it was, there's a few
fly
of those.
That wants to
I
get
know,
in
it's
your
like
mouth
all
right
about
now.
Eat 'em, Howard. Yeah,
Eat 'em. He's like,
he likes tequila, apparently.
that or the tacos.
Is that smoked
Yeah.
tequila?
That's leg steak.
Is that pineapple tacos? That sounds awesome.
It's like, let me in. All right, so continue.
Shout out to Greg at the Pineapple for the tacos, by the
Oh
way.
yeah, Greg.
Okay, Greg.
Hey, just so y'all know, really quick on the podcast, those of you listening, Greg drives from St. Pete for every session, but Breg, I'm already like drunk and crossfaded and
Yeah,
shit
it's-
like that. And Greg
judgment here,
is one of the dudes that does Pineapple Cast, and they rep that in St. Pete, and that's a podcast, music discovery podcast channel.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so
Dude,
it's
that's
cool
awesome.
having him here. Yeah,
Nice
and that's
little
how we
plug.
got connected, right, Greg? Like you guys came here and did a podcast with Sugarshack. When was the first time we tasted your food?
The pacifier
That's right.
pork loins.
Because did you say something like "come cook
Who
food
can
for us"
forget?
or something
Somebody
like
trademark
that?
that. Somebody trademark that.
You just brought it, right? Because you were like, "Oh, I'm just going to show up to a session. I brought food," and then you brought the food, and we were like, "Can you do this every time?" Hell yeah!
I just
And it's
noticed
been that way ever since,
everyone's
right? I don't
wearing
think he's missed a
headphones.
session
Awesome.
since then.
Yeah, except for you.
Yeah, it's cool. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, how else are they gonna
I-
hear
I-
you?
We
just-
can hear
I
you.
just looked up and saw everybody wearing headphones. It's rad. And also shout out to Steve for making the drinks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve's awesome. Plug on Steve. Steve and Danielle own a local craft cocktail bar called Chartreuse, and they're literally minutes away from here. And just been really awesome. Kindred spirits, rock and rollers,
yeah, dude.
fucking rock and rollers, and just you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for everything you bring and provide. I mean, it's awesome.
It's definitely been a vibe since we pulled up. As
Yeah.
soon as I walked out of the fucking bandwagon, it was a vibe.
Yeah.
Howard's
Like,
I think you got a
Brought to
fist
you by
bump, golf
Steve.
cart fist bump. You
yeah,
opened up
right,
your
as
door.
soon as I opened up the door, golf cart fist bump. I was like, fuck yeah, dude.
dude.
They got a golf cart too. This is awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Love it.
Cool. Man, yeah, that's awesome. The set sounded great. Session sounded great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, I mean, I know you guys came back in 2014, but you were like one of the first touring bands, like legitimate touring bands that did a session. You know what I mean? What was it about Sugarshack at the time that attracted you to it and, said, hey, like, I'm going to do this. Like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
I think, we were just, we used to do, one time we did, there used to be something called Mo Boogie.
Yeah.
They were based out of Denver.
Yeah.
And they were doing, what Sugarshack does now. And that was a cool experience. And the guy smoked a bunch of weed and we played a couple songs. And I think I may have started hearing about Sugarshack. I'm sure I caught a video or something, and I was like, okay, this is something like that. This would be really cool. And we knew it was going down in Florida, so I guess we must have hit up Eddie or something and made it work. And I can't remember if you did. You may have done a recap for us, Eddie, at that place in Fort Myers, that little bar. Yeah.
Oh, Pelican Larry's.
We played this little bar.
Shit, dude.
You played at Larry's?
Yeah, bro. The
Hell
stage was this
yeah.
big, right here, as big as this table. And,
Yeah, it is.
It's always shitty band.
And I just remember seeing that recap, be like, this is fucking sick. This is, I don't think we'd ever really had anything like that. It's like a recap of the show with like slow-mos, and there's some bugs getting killed down here.
Getting zapped
Getting
right
murdered.
now.
There's like 300 going on behind
You
us.
probably can't pick it up in the mics, but it's like
It's a bug
like an
genocide
electric
back
chair
there.
on a fly.
Right behind us.
Right over there. Anyways,
That's awesome.
And yeah, I remember seeing that. And I worked the shit out of that recap, man. I was like, I'm putting this on everything because it looks so good. It was like, this is how you show like what the party is all about. Like you show people like, yo, you missed it.
Yeah.
You're our whole thing is like, I feel like this whole thing is just like inducing FOMO, like making people wish they were there last night,
Yeah.
And now you see a lot of bands doing the recap thing. Cashed Out's one of them. They've been really good with doing that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that may have been where it was, and then we came and did it, and it turned out great,
did that have a big impact on the channel then? Huge, right? Like that was a level up moment.
That was huge for us.
Yeah.
That's great.
Band from the road that trusted us.
Because before then, Eddie, was it just like just kind of around town and stuff like that, more or less? Just yeah. Wow.
Locals only, bro.
Locals only, bro.
Yeah.
We one of our guys, we were at Reggae Rise Up, and it was the first night at the Airbnb in St. Pete. And this drunk dude, it was St. Patty's night. This drunk dude walks up onto the porch of the Airbnb and like starts to try to pick a fight. And one of our
who
guys,
is this guy?
he said motherfucker to the wrong person, and then he was like, all right, it's time for you to leave, and so got him outside. And then the dude walked up with these crutches on, like he was limping, but he was drinking a beer. I don't know. And then the crutches were like, he was faking it, bro. So we get him outside, and he's like yelling and cussing, and he just starts like trying to hit one of our guys with a crutch, and it was epic, dude. But yeah, he was a locals only guy. He was the point of the story is he was mad that we were there.
You guys were from out of town.
I was like, we get it, bro. We're from Florida. Like everybody moves here, you know. Yeah, he's
some
pissed.
people, man.
Locals only, bro.
Locals only.
Cool. I mean, so what are you guys up to? What are you excited about right now as a band? I mean, I know you're touring, you know, so I mean that's kind of the given. But outside of, you know, the normal, just we're touring, we're writing. Like, what's got you excited about Ballyhoo right now?
I just like seeing how the shows are going, and you know, we did. So Janice Live is like our favorite place to play.
It's in Tampa, St. Pete, right?
Yeah, St. Pete, and
Locals only.
Locals only.
And we've been playing there probably since 08 or 09. We played our first show there, and I'd wanted to play there since I was a kid because the Green Day had played there when it was called Janice Landing in '94, and that was when Dookie had come out, and they're still my favorite band. But I had some live music, a live CD. It was a Longview single, and it had like 2 live tracks from Janice Live on it, or Janice Landing. And I was like, I want to play there one day. It just sounds like it would be awesome, you know, the recording and everything. And we finally got there, and I was like, this is the shit. So now, like, I mean, seeing the pictures, even pictures from like just people in the crowd on their phones, it just looks really pro. Like that place lets you put on the show you want to put on. It's got just insane lighting and sound, and the stage is raised up and just looks down. It's you know, it's outside. You got the big tree there. And it's just an awesome place to play. The green room's dope, and yeah, like I said, it just looks pro and enables you to play the show that you really want to do.
Brings that out of you a little bit too, right?
It brings,
it's really hard to have a bad time there.
Yeah, you have to try hard, unless you're in your head and you're fucking up or something. Other than that, it's like you know, it's a big stage. Like I like running around to one side or the other and like engaging with,
explore the space.
Yeah, as opposed to like when you play other shows, other venues, like so tight, and the stage is really small, and it's like you got so much to work with, and you don't feel like you can really give the show you want to give.
Just standing there like you're in a terrarium or something.
Yeah, everybody's just kind of looking at you.
Tight,
you know? Janice is just that place, you know.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Sure.
It's a special place. I mean, I grew up. My first time there, I was 16 years old, and I saw Under Oath. Under Oath headlined that.
That's like
show.
That's a hometown show.
That's a hometown show. It was epic. It was like Under Oath, a band called Poison the Well.
Fuck yep.
Mailing in the Sons of Disaster.
Mailing in the Sons of Disasters.
And Every Time I Die. It was like one of the most
I listened to all 4 of those bands.
I love all those
all
bands.
at Janice. And
dude,
I was
Mailing.
like 16 and I was like, what is happening? You know?
Yeah. First time I was ever there, it was still Janice Landing, and I saw Avenged Sevenfold play there.
Yeah.
It's fucking sick, dude.
It's awesome.
I'm from St. Pete, and it's like a rite of passage to play there if you're from there. And the first time I ever played at Janice was opening up for Ballyhoo.
Wow.
So playing it this time around, like with them, was like a full circle moment. You know,
super special.
And you had a ponytail.
Yeah.
And
I had a ponytail back then. I had
came
long
full
hair back
circles,
then.
man.
Yeah. Cut the hair. My mom showed up.
Yeah.
To answer your question, I like seeing I'm excited about the shows, like seeing how the show's being reacted to, seeing how people are enjoying it, and the way that we've really kind of crafted our show. And it's always a work in progress. You know, we're always trying to make it better, but we feel like we've made a really like fun, entertaining party type atmosphere. We try to bring everywhere, and seeing people react, especially to like, you know, when we do like the punk rock songs, like it's like the right moment.
Yeah.
Like Gas Station Burrito, for example, we have this thing where everybody goes, "Fuck yeah!" And it's just when you stop, everything stops, and then you hear the crowd shout it back at you. It's cool. It's just, I don't know. It feels in unison. And it's like we're all doing this
feels
together.
like a show.
Yeah.
And that's
it's like it's like a different product rather than like your CD. It's like another.
It's a different experience.
Exactly.
Different
And, like,
emotion channeled through it too, right?
We've always like had like our choreographed moves that we've always done.
Yeah.
But now that like Sebastian's in the band and the stage plot's different, like the show is like chef's kiss.
We're coming out
So
like
good.
Macho Man Randy Savage and
saw
Hulk
that.
Hogan right on
I saw
stage.
that
Yeah,
on your
Cut
sleeveless-
sleeves.
At this tour, I was watching the video recap you were doing of the Tortuga stuff, and you all are all just like, "Let's fucking go!"
Somebody said on Facebook yesterday, a friend of ours was like, "Rip to those dudes who brought their girlfriends to the show tonight." Wes Anderson, where you at?
It's so fun.
Dude, that was so funny, bro.
Someone posted a meme of us once of like some wrestler that was like Ballyhoo coming out of a show, like, and it's just this like diesel dude holding a guitar.
holding a guitar. It's like Ballyhoo comes on stage like. It's that the show is just seeing that anybody still cares to come out and is excited.
Yeah,
excited
for sure.
to see us.
Yeah.
Seeing that, getting the energy back from the crowd and being able to pack out places like Janice Live. That's huge for me personally. So,
Yeah, you've been doing this for a long time. I mean, you
Long time.
personally. I
Yeah.
mean, when did you start Ballyhoo?
1995.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys were all little.
I was 5 years old.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
So funny.
Yeah.
But
But
it's just the dedication, the hard work. I mean, it's inspiring, on our end to see that. So props to you, man.
Yeah,
And I know
thanks.
we were talking a little bit beforehand because you had posted something on your socials about just how much you needed that Janice show because you had just been dealing with some depression and anxiety and stuff. And
Yeah.
I wanted to spend some time talking about that on the pod because, it's something that I personally struggle with too, and I don't think that everybody does, but I do think that something about culture and the times today just seems to generate more anxiety and stress and leads to depression more than I think we've ever seen. I mean, the statistics are insane of people dealing with depression. And so I just wanted to open up dialogue on that. I mean, is that something you've struggled with?
yeah, of course. I was telling you earlier, I've never been diagnosed or whatever, but I know I got something. If it's not depression, what is it? And I feel like a lot more people than we know about are dealing with it. And everybody deals with it in their own way. But yeah, I mean, just leading up to this tour, I was just last week, I was just feeling like you get in these weird moments where it's so fucking weird. It's like it gets really cloudy in your mind and you start feeling like everything you're doing doesn't mean anything. Why am I doing this? Why am I spending time on this when it's fucking nothing? I'm just a blip on the radar.
Yeah.
And it's fucking weird. And it's normally I'm really happy about stuff. I try to be positive and encourage other people to do what they love and things like that. And I love my job. I fucking, I quit my, jobby job back in 2013 finally when things started even back then it was scary. I had a 2-year-old and we weren't making a lot of money. But I was I either got to go hard, doing doubles every day at the restaurant and not working on music, or I can do 14 hours of working on music every day. And that's what really flipped it for me is I got to write more songs and get more into it. And I feel like that helps grow the band. So I love my job. I love it all, but it's just this weird, inescapable thing that happens where you get in this funk and nothing can bring you out of it. And it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Luckily, I've never been to the point where I actually want to hurt myself or anything like that. But I know there's a lot of people that deal with that, and it's awful. But yeah, you just try to, I don't know, you just got to power through it, and it's super weird. We played that show, and it was just this is rad. Okay, this is why I do this. This feels amazing.
It's almost like an event that wakes you up a little bit or snaps you out of it.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
What you just described is exactly how I describe it to people.
Yeah.
It's I'll wake up one morning and a storm will roll in.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know how long it's in and I don't know when it's leaving. And I just am all right, it's time to prep. I just know now, all right, I'm having a depressive season that I'm entering into. I was talking to somebody not too long ago that said that they manage it. They have to learn how to manage it in their life. And so what are some of the ways that you feel I know the Janice show was big for you, but what are some other ways that you feel have you gotten to that point where you're all right, I feel that. I feel it coming on now. I kind of need to adapt accordingly.
Yeah, sometimes I wrote a song 2020 called "I'll Be Okay," and it was that one of those moments where I was feeling just like that. I was feeling just dark, and everything sucks, and I suck, and nothing I do is good, and all that. and I called it hating on myself, and it's like I feel like some people just need to do that. Like myself, I just need to hate on myself for a bit, and I'll be fine later. Just let me fucking live in this weird dark well, that you can't help me. Let me figure this out, and that's what that song's about. So yeah, when I feel it coming on, there's not much I could do about it. I'll just stop what I'm doing and go play some video games or something. But and it's like I got a family too, so it's like I don't want to put my shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
My kids don't need that, and my wife too. She doesn't need me doing that shit. Try to do the best I can, but it's just one of those things, man. You just sort of work through it, and sometimes it's a couple days, sometimes it's an hour. Sometimes it's a week. It just sucks, man. And
it's great for me at least, and I want to see if this rings true to you too. It's good having like a strong network of friends and people, strong family ties, because like at least I know like I can still go through the motions of things, like show up to stuff and not feel 100%, but it's better than being home, and doing nothing. You know what I mean? So I think that's critical. I think people that wrestle with depression need friends in their life. They need community. They need network.
He was very getting down during the pandemic. I'm sure we all were, but like he was like, I got to get out and play. I mean,
yeah, dude. I mean, we were riding such high momentum. We were literally on tour with Iration right before COVID hit.
We were like, what's this happening right now?
And everybody, especially after a tour, you want to go home. Take a dump on the home bowl, and sleep in your bed and all that kind of shit.
What's that like?
Yeah.
Getting home.
Oh, dude.
When going to the bathroom and
you get like an hour away from home,
It's-
you're like, oh shit.
Dude, you hold it in until you get home.
Yeah.
Like there are plenty of opportunities to get it done prior to, but you're like, dude, the home bowl is just
I mean, I'm sure you've gone, went somewhere for the weekend.
Totally.
Your movements aren't the same.
They're not the same. Everything is disrupted.
everything
Yeah.
feels
All
like an away
routine.
game.
An away game.
Yeah, it feels like an away game, yeah. And your body fucking knows,
no
man.
home
It
team
knows.
advantage.
It's like, we're not going here.
There's something
Fuck
in the
that.
air once you
We're
get
not
close to
going
home.
there.
Yeah, dude.
Existent.
But once that whole passes, 2 weeks of being home, played enough damn Xbox, my eyes are damn bleeding.
Yeah.
You ready
You're
to
like,
get
man,
out
I'm
again?"
ready to get back at this. And you guys are just talking about the whole depression thing. Like the one thing that's always got me out of it, growing up and even today, is listening to music and playing a show. And that's probably why I have a fucking chemical imbalance in my head, is because we get such a fucking fix from playing on stage like that.
Yeah.
It's such
So
a
that
total.
when you're not, maybe is it hard sometimes when you're just like, all right, I just got to sit home and I'm just chilling
I'm not
right
getting
now.
that anymore, and the whole dynamic of the band is different, because we're not together every day. And we wrote a record, but it was virtual. I was at home. I recorded shit from home, and it's hard to bounce ideas off of each other, and it just really gets to you, man.
We're not meant to live
Yeah.
like that.
No, we're
You know
like
what I
a
mean?
tribal,
Yeah.
You just become
We
just
survive in tribes like
Yeah,
that,
it's-
Exactly, dude. And I moved from Florida to Maryland to join the band.
Wow.
So and it's been 8 years this month.
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
that's
way,
right.
I've been in the band.
Nice.
It's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah, all his family's down in Florida.
And man, I lived my whole life down here, and all my friends and family still live down here. So
Yeah.
we're at home all day, not traveling because the shit is going crazy outside. So that shit definitely got to me, man. But
Yeah.
luckily we're back at it, man. That's why I feel so good now, is that we did the Expendahoo tour in
Expendables, Ballyhoo.
last fall.
That's right. You guys
and,
were telling me about that in the fall, right? That was a cool project you guys had worked
and it
on.
was great to rip the Band-Aid off and go right back out for 7 weeks and tour on a project that we also did over the pandemic as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
2
with-
records
with
over the
the band.
pandemic and 8 live streams, just saying. And
You guys were busy.
we did a lot of shit.
We
We did a lot.
Where's the
But,
camera? This one? We did a lot of shit.
But it was
Don't you
fucking
forget
weird,
it.
man, because we were fucking masked up. It was weird. And
Yeah.
it's now
we
that
still got COVID.
we still got COVID.
We followed all the fucking rules. and we still
That's how
got
it is. That's why you got it. That's
We're
why
watching.
you got it.
I didn't get it. You got it.
I got it.
I got it
Your
too.
boy hasn't gotten it.
4 of us got it.
Nice.
Half the bus got it.
You've managed.
Yeah.
You've managed to dodge it.
I gig full time at home and tour with these nerds, and I still have not gotten it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
He licks
bro.
everything.
Dude, we were sharing bowls and everything.
We were sharing bowls. I
You have an
I
immune
sleep,
system
like
of
right next
steel,
to him in the
bro.
bunks.
We're
breathing-
like, we're like this.
Breathing the white man's
Stoning.
air. Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
But yeah,
yeah,
Dave Chappelle jokes.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
No, it is. It's been crazy times,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that we're persevering through them and that we're getting back out there. And yeah, there's something about music that is just so restorative. I mean, healing. It sounds goofy, but it really is. Like humans, I mean, we need there's people like us. We need it.
oh,
Yeah.
And if we don't
course.
have it,
Yeah.
then we're fucked. You know.
Yeah,
And
Definitely
so-
need that.
You know what else humans need?
Yeah.
Brownies and margaritas.
Oh,
shit.
my God. Yeah, hook it up.
Let's go, Katie.
What a segment.
Yeah, I
Today,
was low on
as we're
margarita.
filming, is Katie's birthday. Katie, pick a camera and say hi.
Happy birthday, Katie.
Thanks for celebrating me.
Thanks for the deliveries.
Hell yeah. That's it right there.
Oh,
That's
God.
Sugarshack hospitality
Oh,
at work.
Damn, that shit's moist inside, bro.
Wow.
Fudgy.
I went up to the
Lisa, you made
It's
these?
so fudgy.
Lisa made these?
Oh, my God.
Make sure you chew in the mic, Sebastian.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, this is the first tour that I feel like we're just back. Shit is back.
Yeah.
And like, it feels so good, man.
That's
And
awesome.
We're working on new music. We just did this. I've been waiting to do this the whole time I've been in the band. I've known Eddie since before I was even in.
Really?
Ballyhoo. Yeah.
Who's
My
like the
old band, the
biggest thing-
Crazy Carls, played with his old band. The fucking Crazy Carls, bro. Fucking 10 years ago, something
Crazy
like that,
Carl's
dude.
got a session out here? They do. Nice.
Yeah, well, it's Xander now, bro. Get it right.
Sorry, Xander.
No, he's the homie though. I'm happy that he's still out there playing too, you know.
That's awesome.
But it's crazy. It's fucking awesome to do this with
Well, it's been so awesome having you guys here, and I don't know. You guys are special for me. I love your vibe. I love your music. I love hanging with y'all.
I'm glad we were the gateway drug for you, man.
Yeah, I mean it's true. It's cool like that. You know, it's like you guys, Little Stranger, bumping. It was like just that theme. You know, I just
Yeah.
had caught some of that, and
We're like the weed of
We
music.
are.
We're
You're
like
the
the weed of
weed.
music. We
You're the
are weed.
Yeah, you're the weed of reggae for me.
Smoke us into reggae.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's awesome, bro.
I tried some Ballyhoo and I went on to Iatera and got some aeration. Fucking. Can't get enough of it. Got some more of that revolution, bro? A stick figure?
I like to think we're more of a hybrid. You
That
know,
is true. You are a hybrid.
Like
You
to
guys
hear what
definitely are
more-
Learning
hybrid.
from watching you.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, just as we wrap up, anything you guys want to share? Anything on your minds? I know we've talked about a lot of shit, but
Thanks to everybody that's been coming out to the shows.
yeah,
Honestly, man, these people listening to the music and streaming the videos and stuff like kept us alive, kept us afloat. You know, the last 2 years, and it's awesome to get out there and see the excitement in their fucking faces that we're there, and
Yeah.
we're excited because they're there. It just means a lot. Like
Synergy.
No band
Yes,
ever
synergy.
made it without fans. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
and anybody that doesn't realize that is an idiot. They're wrong. You know, and you gotta over deliver. You know, we try to give as much as we can, and we're just so fucking grateful and thankful to have what we have. You know.
Yeah.
So.
well,
and
we
it's
see it,
just-
and it's awesome
more
to
to
follow
come, you
you
know?
guys and see all of the progress and everything that you're doing. We're excited about your future and just the more creative stuff that's going to come out of you guys as a band, and it's exciting. So thanks.
Thanks, man.
And
Thanks,
thanks for
man.
sitting down. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for doing this podcast with us.
Thanks for the free
Anytime,
food and
dude.
drinks.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And make sure you're following Ballyhoo on socials. What just at Ballyhoo, right?
Ballyhoo rocks.
Ballyhoo rocks.
Ballyhoo rocks.
You're trying to pick up these sweet shades? They're at ballyhoorocks.com.
stunting.
Fed Thrill, what's up?
Make sure you're following us on our channel. Subscribe, like, share this pod with your fellow friends that jam out to Ballyhoo. And we'll see you guys next time on another episode of Sugarshack Podcast.
We did it. Sick times.
Hell yeah. Thanks, dudes. That's a wrap.
Sugarshack, can't take my eyes off you. They get a million views, all that fucking YouTube. Yeah, Sugarshack, can't take my eyes off you. They get a million